Hello guys, welcome to Shinobi Codes. In this lecture, we'll be discussing how to find the factorial of any number using recursion. I am Bharat Singla, currently in class 9 and let's get started. So now let's start off by understanding what the factorial of a number is. So n factorial, where n could be any number, is defined as n multiplied by n minus 1 multiplied by n minus 2 so on till 1. So now, if we take an example of let's say 4 factorial and it's denoted by this exclamation mark. So 4 factorial is equal to 4 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 1. At this point we stop and now this is equal to 24. Now let's take another example of 6 factorial. So this is equal to 6 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 4 by 3 by 2 and then by 1, and this is equal to 720. So we'll again use that same two-step procedure that we have used in our previous videos, and if you haven't watched them yet, I highly recommend that you do give them a watch, as it really strengthens your concept of what actually is recursion and how those recursive function calls are made. So the first step of that procedure was to find a recurrence relation. So now if you carefully observe here that 6 factorial, so 6 factorial is equal to 6 multiplied by 5 into 4 into 3 into 2 into 1, and that can be written as 5 factorial. So now we can generalize this for any n, that n factorial is equal to n multiplied by n minus 1 factorial, right? So we have written n factorial in terms of factorial. So now we have already solved 50% of the problem, and now we can convert this relation in terms of functions. So fact of n, denoting the factorial of n, is equal to n multiplied by fact of n minus 1. So this is the recurrence relation that we have found. And the second step is to find relevant base cases. Now we'll not make that same error that we made in the previous video, that we'll first write the program and then when it goes into an infinite loop then we figure out the base case. Instead here we can simply find the base case, and this time it's quite simple, that we know that fact of 1, so factorial of 1 is equal to 1. So this will help us stop the execution of our program and prevent it from going into an infinite loop. So now let's move on to our editor and now code this out. So we'll define a function. So def fact of n. Now this is going to have an if clause. So if n equal to 1, in that case return 1. That's what we have discussed in our base case. When n is 1, return 1, and in the else condition, so else we are going to return n multiplied by fact of n minus 1. I'll just format it out. And now also note that we don't need this else condition, because in a function, if we don't hit this condition, only then this will be executed, and if we hit it, that is when n equal to 1, it's going to return 1, and in a function when we return something, any further lines after that return statement in the body of the function don't get executed. So this will basically be executed only when n does not equal to 1. So now this should hopefully work fine, and if we test it out by printing fact of let's say 4, so this should ideally give us 24 and it's doing the work. So we have written the correct program, and now let's test it for another input. So for fact of 6 as well, and it is returning 720. So now let's try to visualize what's happening behind the scenes, and this time we'll only use the tree structure and not the stack structure, since it's very easy to visualize it through stack structure and I don't need to write it again and again, and also adding those calls and erasing them is a really grueling task. So we'll stick to the tree structure now. So here what's happening is that we are making a call to f of 6. I'll denote fact by f because I'll have to write it repetitively. So now f of 6 has been called, and this is going to make a call to f of 5. And now whatever this f of 5 is going to return, it's going to multiply that by 6 and then it will return that value. Now again f of 5 will call f of 4, f of 4 will call f of 3, f of 3 will call f of 2, f of 2 will call f of 1. So now we have hit the base case at f of 1, and the way we have coded out is that in this case it should return 1. Now f of 2 will multiply this result 1 with itself. Remember n into n minus 1's factorial. So it's going to return 2. Now again f of 3 will multiply this result with itself. So 3 into 2, and this we know is equal to 6. So it's going to return 6 back. Now f of 4 will multiply this result with 4 and it's going to return 24 back. Now again f of 5 will multiply this with 5. So 5 into 24, that is 120. And now f of 6 is going to return 720. Why? Because it will multiply 6 with 120 and that is equal to 720. So here we get the value of f of 6, and that's what our code here is returning. So thank you guys. This was it for how to find n factorial using recursion. I'll see you in the next tutorial.